Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Behind the Group podcast. I am DJ Keo.
And I am Basil Barrington, and we are back with a brand new TV series on Apple TV Plus. We are talking about Silo. This is an Apple TV original TV series. Thus far, IMDb gave the 2 episodes that Apple released an 8.4. This show is super interesting. It's also, you said something in one of our other podcasts where you were asking me if the show looked dark. I think it was during one of the Mandalorian episodes. Parts of this show, it looks really dark, doesn't it?
It's extra gritty. Like everything's got dust on it. Like
yeah.
It's dark.
It's dark. And let me ask you this here. Just the way the show is stylized, doesn't it look a little bit like Loki, the way it's stylized?
Yeah, it's got that, it's like a grayish tint to it.
Yeah.
Like everything looks old school. Like they have the old computer things. Like for them, well, we don't know what year this is, but they would have had modern technology if it counted from today, unless this was back in the 60s. Like this reminds me exactly of the game Fallout. Yeah. It's the same concept, like a nuclear whatever outside. Everyone goes into this thing and they're stuck in this silo for who knows how long. And it's got the same feel and texture and colors, everything. Instantly, that's what I thought of. And we were talking about this offline. It reminds us as Andor too. Right. We have theories about this. We'll get to theories in a second, but
right.
Yeah, that's the feel of it.
It also reminds us of the platform from Netflix, which was like the prison, joint. This is weird because this is a silo. It seems like it's about 200 levels, like it's really tall.
Yeah,
it's a lot of levels.
Really high. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's high.
And
I don't know how wide it is.
No one knows how wide it is. No one knows how it was built. No one knows why they were put there.
Yeah. So what's the argument from the show? They repeat this thing about they don't know why they're there. They don't know how long they're there.
Right.
So they're keeping date based on they had an uprising. And they destroyed all the relics from
the rebellion and whatnot, But they're not giving us any timelines on that. When was it? Was it 4 years ago? What year is it? Like you said,
I mean, it's like 100. They said it's 140 years.
104 years. Yeah, that's right. So wait a minute. They've been in a silo for 104 years.
No, it's longer because we don't know how long was before the rebellion.
Right.
Because everybody had to initially say, let's go down underground and let's do this thing, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know how long that was before they decided to try and overthrow the government in there. And then they put down the rebellion, and then it's 140 years after that.
Wow.
That's where we are today.
That's true.
So this seems like a long, crazy time.
This is a long time to live in darkness.
They have a lot of strict rules about, what you can and can't do. And immediately, if you say you want to go outside, they throw you outside immediately. Like, no questions asked. That's it. That's the one rule they have there. They have rules about pregnancy, as rules about food and rationing and that kind of stuff. Yeah. But there was a shot where you could see they had cows in there and like farming.
Exactly.
All kind of stuff.
Just like, whoa, this is, man, listen, this joint is
giant.
This is dystopian, the way they're peeling the onion. And it's only 2 episodes. Yeah. But it's so amazing. It just makes you, for me, I'm like, I want to see what's going on next because I want answers. Instantly. I want answers.
Yeah. I'm an answers guy. Like when I'm watching the show, like I want to know, why is this happening? This happened? What?
Exactly.
And, it's a good, the mystery here is really what happens when you go outside. Do you die instantly? Are they lying to you with what's on the screen? How do they set that up to trick the people in there? There's something going on because when we saw, what's the name, Holton, the sheriff.
The sheriff.
When he walked outside, he saw green.
He saw green.
We were looking at him, and we were, from his perspective, everything's gray and dead, and it just had bodies everywhere. But he never saw any bodies when he was outside.
None.
Where his wife is supposed to be.
Right.
He never saw anybody. So I had 2 thoughts about this. My first thought is, are they putting gas in the helmet they put you in when you go inside, and that's what kills you? Or is it all computer generated and we're not really seeing what's happening outside?
Okay, right. I think it's both. That's a very good point because,
Mhm.
when they were putting the helmet on, they basically locked the helmet, but oh
They
boy
taped
was
it
able.
up.
Yeah. And then it's like, if you know you're going to die, why are they giving you an
Yeah,
oxygen
what's the
pack?
point? Yeah,
Right.
what's the point? Just go outside.
And
Yeah.
then when I saw that, I was like, oh, this pack is connected to the helmet. I'm like, oh, the silo is killing them,
Yeah.
with this pack,
Yeah,
and
yeah. It's supposed to be oxygen. So like okay. My theory is,
mhm,
and we'll see at the end of this thing, or maybe if they do another season, but my theory is that they're killing everybody who goes outside to make people not want to go outside anymore. They see it and they're like, I don't want no part of that. So it's in their best interest for them to wipe the screen and then fall down. So if that's really the reality is,
right,
because
it,
or like maybe it's computer generated. I don't know. I have no idea, but that's what it feels like. Is that they're killing the people when they send them outside on purpose, so they can fall down in front of it.
right. See, I think that it is computer generated. I think that there's some AI
Mm.
involved because remember
Mm.
when Becker, the sheriff, when Sheriff Becker went out there, he
Mm.
crawled to his wife, right?
Yeah, yeah, and he fell down.
But he never saw his wife when he saw the green and everything else, right?
Yes, yeah.
So what the silo or the judicial is showing like its members or, the
Mm.
population is something that looks completely desolate, like trees burnt up, the whole nine, and just
Yeah,
all
yeah.
these
Everything's
bodies around,
just
right? So
dirt
it's just
and
like,
bodies. Yeah.
yeah, I kind of think that this is like some deep fake, some AI, I mean,
Mm.
like when you walk through the chamber where you're being like, before you go outside or before you walk up the stairs to go outside, maybe they're doing
Mm.
something with like, video or, cameras and just like getting the size of your
Mm.
body and everything. And then being able to like just
That's
dump that
possible.
into, some AI
That's a
or some
good
deep
point.
fake.
Like you,
Yeah.
yeah, that's a good point. Like they're just
Hmm.
scanning your body when you go outside.
Yeah.
That's a good point. There's
Yeah.
something to that. Ooh, I do think that the judicial, like Common and those other guys, the word
Mhm.
guys wearing black, they know.
They know.
They know, and they're keeping everybody quiet with the iron fist. They have to know.
They know
I don't think
they're
they're
also
confused.
getting paid off too, and again, like how
Mhm,
these people who were brought there, how is it that they don't know
mhm.
anything? Were their memories wiped or something like that?
Well,
And
because it's got to be 140 years is a long time after a thing. Like it's got to be two generations.
right,
Because how long could they live? Like maybe 60 years down there? I don't think they're living for a long time underground without sun
dude. Yeah. Well,
and
some
recycled food and everything like that. I
sometimes they
don't
get a
know.
little light, like when they showed the light, and I was just like, man, imagine living here. You know what was really
Mhm,
interesting? When
mhm,
Allison, Becker's wife, when she went out
mhm,
because she wanted to go out, and that's what they basically say, I want to go out. It's almost like a dog.
mhm.
Like you want to talking to a dog, do you want to go out?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so when she went
Yeah.
out, her body was not her body. Like if you look at her legs were like a lot longer. She was a lot
Yeah,
slimmer.
it looked different. It
It
looked
looked different.
different.
And that's what
Yeah.
made me think that, you know what? I think this is like some computer generated sort of image that they're showing the population just to keep them sort of, tamped down a little bit.
So what's the possibility that they're not even outside? They're just on a different layer of the silo. Yeah,
Man,
that's like a
listen, this is and this is crazy because I love films and TV series like this that
Mhm.
makes you these films, these sort of
Yeah, you
shows,
gotta
they
think.
make you think, right? They're cerebral. They're like,
Mhm,
no, no, no. You can think about
mhm,
this, you can think about that. And some of those things may be true as well, but continue
mhm.
watching the series and, we'll open a bit more things up. Um,
Yeah.
I like this silo because the whole idea of, when we watch Altered Carbon, Andor,
Mhm,
even, The Mandalorian, you have all of these sort of cities and also like Picard, you have all these
mhm.
cities where, all the people go and it's really dark. It's like, people, drugs and
Yeah.
everything else.
Future sucks, man.
This is,
Future's miserable.
they said, we're going to create that in a silo. That's kind of dope.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. It's interesting about what the future holds because every TV show and every movie I've ever seen about the future, it is miserable.
Yeah.
Like Blade Runner, Like you name it, you pick a movie at random. Outside of, I guess, Star Trek, like the idea of Star Trek is that it's all sunny. They got rid of poverty and food and everything.
Right.
You don't have to worry about being poor anymore. Star Trek is the only show that's like an optimistic future in some kind of concept for Earth. Everything else is miserable.
Totally, dude.
It is an awful experience, and you don't want to get there at all. And yeah, like this is another idea, but like we don't know how far in the future are they, or if they're in the future at all. We don't no idea, because everything in the silo is retro. Like it looks like it was made like in the 60s or something like that with the old school computers.
Right.
They dot matrix and stuff over there, like
SCSI drives and everything. Now, oh boy, had an old hard drive that was almost like a SCSI drive connection, right?
3.5 original, man.
Exactly. The weird thing about the cool thing or the interesting thing about that hard drive is there was a file on there about it had a person's name and it said outside, right? And so maybe that's what that person recorded, and it's on this relic because that's what they call all these old things, relics, right? They had it's crazy. You know, we don't know what it is, but I think someone will break into, or at least, download these files from this hard drive, look at them and see what's going on. It's also interesting that Becker, he said he wanted the engineer, I forget her name, but the engineer who's
making her to be
the sheriff, you know,
to make her a sheriff. There's something going on because she was upset, but she wasn't upset that he went outside or he died. She's upset about something else. That's another mystery you got to figure out, because she said he lied.
Yeah,
but it was not about going outside. There's something else going on there, and so we have to see where that tunnel led to, because he was with her. And they just cut back to current day. So we have no idea about the tunnel. And I don't think she knows about the hard drive either. Or maybe she does.
She does. She actually showed it to Becker.
Oh, yeah.
And then he was like,
right.
I'm going to take it. And she was like, no, you know. And so she kept it. Or at least,
that's true. That's true. I forgot about that.
Yeah, so she kept it. And if she becomes the sheriff, then she has everything and she may expose things. I don't know, man. This series thus far, 2 episodes, it's really intriguing. Like I said, it's just like, you got to think about this. You got to think about, you may have to watch these episodes over 2 times, 3 times just to figure them out. You know, I love stuff like this. It's almost like Tenet, where you have to watch this 3 or 4 times just to get it.
Yeah, you have to, just to get the goods and what's going on here. Maybe miss a little clues.
Exactly.
I think especially when we get closer to the middle of the show, you may have to go back and rewatch the first episode, because I guarantee it is full of like little clues and stuff about what's going on here.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I definitely think that the Apple stuff outside of Ghosted, the quality's been pretty good so far.
Well, even Ghosted, the quality was good. It was just like
the quality was good. This is terrible writing.
Yeah, you can't like you said. You know, a rom-com can't be a super spy flick. It just can't. It can't.
Yeah, you gotta pick
come
one.
on.
You can't.
You got to pick
2 different people you're selling this to.
Okay, so we said, what's up?
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, we said we were going to check this out, and we did, and not knowing anything, going in raw, you know, just like, hey, you know what? We don't know what's going on. I'm like, I'm in with this, dude. I am
like
in.
It, man. I like it. Yeah.
What do you think about the 8.4 they gave them? Like overall,
I think that's fair. This is an all-star cast of people. I've seen most of these actors before.
Yeah.
Anybody who's talking, I've seen them before in something.
Yeah. It's really all-star. I will say this though. I was a little skeptical about this show, this TV series, because I'm not a super Rashida Jones fan. I think she's just a bit too mousy. That's fair.
She's acquired. She's acquired taste.
Yeah, she's a bit too.
I like
mousy
her in Parks and Rec.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's it. You know, and Common to give it to you. You know, he seems to be able to adapt. I can't wait to see Tim Robbins in this. You know, I mean, it's a lot of superstars.
We saw him for a second though. He was in the office
a little bit,
in the first episode.
Right. So
he looks deranged too. He looks like a crazy person.
I mean,
if anybody knows, I think he knows. Tim Robbins knows about what's going on there,
or Common, right?
Yeah, 1,000%. Was it the Judicial or whatever? They know everything. I think that because Tim Robbins' character is running the tech department for this stuff, he has to know more about the the equipment and everything else inside the silo than anybody else. Because the computer, he's running the computer system.
Yeah.
He has to know more about what's going on down there. And the engineer knows more naturally because she's keeping the thing afloat, so she has to know more.
That's true. That's
than
true.
She's letting on.
So
like, yeah.
Yeah, this is again super interesting. I love the color grading, the stylizing of this
it
series.
Looks gritty and dirty.
It looks gritty and dirty, and I'm just like, oh, I like this. I like the sort of, just the antique sort of, just style of like, again, like I said, it looks like it's stylized like Loki a little bit. And I'm just like, I like that style.
Yeah, because Loki had that whole retro thing with the computer screens and all that stuff. And it has a retro feel, like these guys went down there in the 60s.
Yeah.
I feel, that's my guesstimate, that I think they went down way back. Because even the clothes it's got a retro vibe. Like, you're not exactly sure what year.
Yeah.
It has like a 60s, 70s type vibe to the clothes.
That is true.
It's not quite bell bottoms, but the colors and like the patterns and stuff.
That
retro feel.
I didn't look at that. That is so true. The clothes are not of,
it's not modern. Like, they went down there yesterday.
That's right. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, Key, right? We said we would check it out. We said we would decide if we're going to either review this episodically or just watch it and do another review. So what are we doing here? Episodically or one review?
We're gonna do episodically.
I'm down with that.
Have you seen the movie The Village? It's like an M. Night Shyamalan movie.
It's
about do spoilers right now, but it's about these people that look like they're in the old 19 or 1840s or whatever, and they have these monsters around the village that keeps people from wanting to venture outside, whatever.
Wow.
And the whole mystery turnaround of the movie is they find out it's not 18 whatever, it's current day, and they're just living on some preserve. And they don't have no interaction with the outside world, and everything is fake this entire time.
Wow.
I instantly, when I saw that, that's the vibe I got.
I'm thinking
that there's monsters outside keeping them inside, and it's modern day outside. They got driving cars, whatever. Wow. There's their Tesla that's somewhere down the street, and they have no idea. That's what I feel is going on here.
Okay, where's The Village? Where can I watch that?
Ooh, I saw it a long time. I saw it in theaters.
So it's probably on Amazon or Netflix.
It's got to be on something. It's got to be streaming on something. Like, maybe, is he on Universal or Sony? I think he's on Sony. So check MGM or check Paramount. It's probably on one of those two.
MGM would be Amazon. Paramount.
Amazon is on Paramount. It's one of the, I can't remember which one. It's on one of those two. It's got to be on one of those two. But it's a wild movie. Maybe we can review it, but it's a wild movie. Okay. And instantly when I saw that, when they were saying don't go outside, that's the vibes I got.
I may need to check that out then, for real.
Yeah.
So 2 episodes in with Silo. Are you gonna? What's your rating thus far?
We can rate it right now. I give it a strong 8 so far. I'm happy with what's going on here. Yeah. I like the mystery and the intrigue, and the acting is good. It's a solid cast of actors. Yeah, like everybody's top shelf actors. So it's got a good energy to it. I like it. Script is good so far. I'm in. I definitely want to see more.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to give it an 8. I think like when I watch like new TV series, and if I'm like, if they feed us like 1 or 2 episodes and I give it at least an 8, that means I'm in.
Yeah, right? I'm in. Yeah, 100%.
And again, like I said, this writing is dope. Apple's going to give you Apple-esque sort of stuff. They're like snooty and everything. They're going to give you high bar stuff, right? With the exception of Ghosted, which was like silly, right?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on over there.
But this joint here, I'm all in because, I want to know what's going on. I want to know what's next. So I'm all in. So we're giving it an 8. This is Silo, an Apple TV original TV series. And we're going to, review this episodically. So it should be fun. Sure. Well, there you have it. Another episode of the Behind the Groove podcast. I am Basil Barrington.
I am DJ Keo.
Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. And until next time, peace.
All right.